Dear friends, so today will be next talk on Nucleus. Will be talk, I believe, will be 5, I think so. And I will talk about, since we already talked about housing, I'm sending a few links to show how all the advantages of wooden homes. I showed the interesting proposal of a shape of such apartment house. So I just wanted to add that these houses should be super insulated. I'm not saying well insulated, super insulated. Insulation is the least expensive element of building the house, and basically a very well insulated house hardly, even in sharp climate, needs any heating, and in hot climate it could be air conditioned easily using the geothermal energy. So it's fundamentally for free. Of course, it requires the septic system, etc., which, if intelligently designed, could be actually used as the fertilizer. So now I will talk about the other aspect which is necessary to live, maybe even more important than the housing. It is the food. As I said and wrote before, Nucleus will try to be as much self-sufficient as possible. Of course, it cannot be completely self-sufficient. It depends on many services which will have to be coming from outside, but as far as food is concerned, it actually could be self-sufficient. It is amazing. I made the research on this subject, how much we can use good technology to improve the production of food, and not just production of food, a healthy food. I'm not saying organic or bio, because it is just the ideas are created by some pseudoscientists, 30 years ago, where they had no idea what they were, or many other ways, how food could be unhealthy. So it will be a healthy food, meaning it will not have any pesticides, herbicides, any vicious type of fertilizer. It will be good for our body. And we usually associate such food with some permaculture, extremely inefficient ways of agriculture. And it could be absolutely we can use the technology not as a destructive, to destroy, but to help. So, for example, I was looking and very closely how advantages are so-called greenhouses. When we have a greenhouse, there exist insulated greenhouses, and with the minimal amount of heating when the temperature becomes too extreme, in the greenhouse we could have 3 crops a year instead of 1. And moreover, these crops, since it's a protective atmosphere, they will protect against insects, it will protect against fungi and Of course, weeds have no business growing there because there will be no seeds for weeds. So the efficiency of that is quite phenomenal. For a little nucleus of 20, 30 people, assuming that they have strictly, well, it's called, I hate this word, vegan diet, it is enough to have 2 hectares of thing, of course, in a form of greenhouses. You will see that it's extremely expensive to build a greenhouse, indeed, unless you buy it from China. And in China, it is 3 times less expensive. And Alibaba will happily provide it to you. It's not their fault that they are smart and they work efficiently. And we, Westerners, mainly waste our time on our idiotic economy. No, well, they have idiotic too, but they are more efficient and less trying to, they prefer to sell more and make less money per sale and have more money per total. Anyway, without going into moral or anything aspects, the greenhouses from China are inexpensive. The same as their geothermic apparatus. I will send few links, so if you have doubts. And so the whole thing could pay for itself, this extra technology, in 2-3 years, completely, and then it's just fantastic. People don't have to work so much, they don't have to eat poisonous food, etc. So agriculture, it can be, and that's me, who knows nothing about nothing as far as agriculture is concerned. Maybe I unsuccessfully tried to plant some tomatoes. Something wrong happened to them, so I'm certainly not first-hand authority, but I checked with the good people on Google, on internet, who are more than generous sharing their experience. And Nucleus, since there will be group of people who embrace wisdom as the principle, was very quickly find out way much superior than mine. So Nucleus can have enough food. I mentioned vegan because otherwise we are getting into the issue of animals. I already mentioned that they can have chicken. Chicken are all right because they make their eggs and we don't need to kill them. But everything else is problematic. You have a goat or a sheep, and what to do with the little goats and sheep? Well, I fantasize when we will have maybe some bioengineering, how it's called, genetic engineering, and make producing less males, but without fantasizing about future. The chicken Nucleus can grow immediately, and at least they will have eggs. Well, they will have to wait for milk until there will be a proper way of Oh, by the way, the fertilizer can be also high quality, grown by using alfalfa. If you will check it, it accumulates the most important things from the atmosphere, the gases, and it synthesizes into fertilizer. So having alfalfa and then composting it. Our nucleus have fertilized agriculture. Okay, that as far as agriculture is concerned, I will maybe find few links and add it to this post. What else? I think that it is already 10 minutes, so I decided not to start a big topic of collective decision making and the structure of nucleus. That will be next time. So at this point we finish with housing and with agriculture, and for the rest you have to wait. So, by the way, you know that I have there would be a Zoom meeting on Sunday I will give the details later on. Okay, so goodbye. See you soon.